Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Friday, the 7th day of April. Today is Good Friday. It's National Girl Me Too Day today. National No Housework Day today. I like that idea. No housework today, Heidi.
I'm always good with that.
National Coffee Cake Day. I'm a fan of coffee cake.
Me too.
And we hardly ever have that.
It's because it's so fattening.
And it is National Beer Day. So that makes more sense because I was wondering why yesterday was National New Beer Eve, or what was it? Beer's Eve, whatever it was. That's why, because it's National Beer Day today. Okay,
right.
Makes more sense. And I got a guest joining me. I think this is the 4th time we've talked. So she might now have the record of talking with me more than anybody else.
Lucky girl.
I know. I'm going to visit with Lisa Whelchel from The Facts of Life and Survivor. And we're going to talk about her show that she's been doing 4 seasons now, Collector's Call. It's a MeTV original series. It's actually a really cool show. Going to chat with her all about that coming up.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Everybody does it, but how does it affect us? I'm talking about crossing your legs when sitting. According to a report in the conversation, crossing your legs could impact numerous parts of your body and could actually lead to some serious health concerns. Among them, misalignment of your hips, increasing the risk of blood clots as the flow of blood changes. And just so you know, crossing at the knees is actually worse than crossing at the ankles. Crossing your legs at the knees increases blood pressure because your blood begins to pool, and that could lead to blood vessel damage as well. Do you do that, Heidi?
I cross my legs all the time.
You should stop doing all of that. Both the spine and the shoulders can also become misaligned, and in the pelvis, muscle lengths can change over time. Need more? Crossing your legs can also lead to nerve damage in the lower legs, and for men can impact your sperm count as well. So if you're trying to have kids and you're struggling, quit crossing your legs. So they say, by the way, that's not from squishing, but result from heat retention in, the region. So there you go. That was a little more than we needed to know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know? Maybe it's a good thing that dozens of tech leaders, including Elon Musk, have signed a letter now asking for artificial intelligence labs to stop developing powerful AI systems for 6 months. They're citing profound risks to society and humanity.
Agreed.
A judge in India asked AI if a murder and assault defendant should be let out on bail, left at a loss for how to handle the situation. A judge decided to seek counsel from AI.
Oh my gosh.
It exhibits human-level performance on various professional and academic benchmarks. Armed with the attorney expertise, the judge ultimately rejected the defendant's bail bid. So I don't know if that's what the
Oh my gosh,
AI
that is terrifying.
do.
We're just going to let some computer. Oh my gosh.
It's like a magic 8-ball. It's kind of scary to me.
That is terrifying.
I think there are some things that it's really cool for, but I think there's some things that it's just not meant for. But that's just me. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. From Superbad to Superdad, Jonah Hill is expecting his first child.
Aww.
He and partner Olivia Millar. She debuted her baby bump Monday while shopping at Santa Monica.
Okay. Very cool.
And it has not been an easy time for Jay Leno. He recently reflected on the 2 accidents that he had in the course of 2 months telling Dana Carvey and David Spade on their program that he has, quote, an all-new face, end quote. The comedian said that did it in 8 days and only missed 2 shows. The most recent accident was back in January when he was knocked off his motorcycle. He said, I got a broken collarbone and 2 busted ribs. I got 2 cracked kneecaps. And he said, I got clotheslined on my motorcycle.
Jeez.
So, yeah, you got to be
might want
careful out there.
to just be a passenger for
He
a
said
while.
I had another one where there was a garage fire. I had to call my face guy. Wait, he has a face guy?
I think everybody in Hollywood has a face
I feel
guy.
like I need to get me a face guy. That's where I'm going wrong. All right, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. NFL teams have proposed 17 rule changes, including expanding the coach's challenge system and the 4th and 20 onside kick. Do you know what any of that means?
I have no
don't-
idea what any of
I
that
don't know.
means. I'm not a sports
I don't know
person.
anything about it either. Did I say it all
But
right?
I'm
do you
sure
think?
that's nice.
Nailed it.
I don't know.
And the National Balloon Class. Hey, we avoid sports on this program for 2 reasons. First
For
of all,
exactly that reason
well,
right
but
there.
there's 2 reasons. First of all, it's very divisive, and people really are fans of this team or that team, and they get very, very excited about that. And if you say something that they don't like, they get mad. And the other reason is I don't know anything about sports.
Everything is divisive
pretty
now.
much.
It doesn't matter.
All right, moving on. The National Balloon Classic has been announced for July 28th through August 5th in Indiana. So if you're, into balloons, there you go. And some geniuses say they've developed a type of smart sports legging that can tell when it's time to take a break from working out. Okay? Researchers at ETH Zurich came up with an electronic yarn capable of precisely measuring how a person's body moves. This yarn is is integrated into sportswear and workout clothing, and it is a textile sensor that is able to predict the wearer's exhaustion level during physical exertion.
But shouldn't the person be able
Yeah,
to?
you would think so.
Yeah.
From there, it can alert a smartphone app to tell you that,
What?
hey, time for a rest.
Oh my gosh.
So your trousers are telling you to sit down for a bit. The developers say the innovation addresses the issue of people becoming more prone to injury during exhaustion when exercising or performing physical tasks. End quote. I think that seems really odd.
Yeah, that seems like it is not really a
So this
needed
sports
item.
leggings can tell you when it's time to take a break. And,
You should
from
know.
exercise. My sports leggings tell me it's time for me to work out because they don't fit me. So that's a whole different problem. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guest today, we welcome back Lisa Whelchel. We've talked to her several times from The Facts of Life, from Survivor, and here's what we've talked to her about, Collector's Call. It's on MeTV, and Lisa, the 4th season is now premiering?
I know. I agree. I can't believe it's gone by so fast, and I can't believe that we're still finding collections that are even more incredible than the season before.
I remember when you and I talked the first time, this was just a concept. It was like just coming out. When I say a concept, you had already recorded it, but we hadn't seen it yet. I was so excited for this program, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And like you said, you have the coolest things. I'm looking at this season. We got horror. We've got Van Halen and sports, the Monkees. I think we need to talk about pinball machines because I love that. Houdini. There's a lot of cool stuff in store for season 4.
There really is. And as I mentioned, each season has had incredible collections, and I thought we're going to run out at some point. But not only have we not run out, but the well is deep and full, and just so many incredible collections and collectors coming out of the woodwork.
And now, how does that work? We're going to talk about some of the collections on this season, but for somebody listening, if they go, oh, I know somebody that has an amazing collection, do they typically reach out to you? Is that how you find people for the show?
Thank you for asking that, because we do want to hear about great collections. We have a pretty great social media presence, so probably the Collectors Call Facebook or Instagram, and there's a forum on the Facebook page, and it'll get straight to the producers, and they'll reach out and ask them questions.
I love that. And my wife thinks that I'm a ridiculous collector because I have some radios, but then I'm friends with people online who make my little tiny radio collection look like nothing. So there are people out there who, they get the collector bug, they dive in, they get some really cool things, and on this program, Collectors Call, you get to kind of go in their home and see all of this stuff. How cool is it to film this program and get to see this stuff?
It's so fun. I'm constantly texting my kids and my family back home when we're filming, just sending them pictures, because it brings back memories for me, or I learn something, or it's something I can connect with them. And as you mentioned, there's a network of collectors, and so there really are so many great stories and so many great friendships that that the collecting kind of facilitate.
And as I'm looking at this season, we've got horror and sci-fi, we've got Van Halen and sports, we've got the Monkees, but I want to make sure we talk about pinball machines, because there's a new movie out right now. We just did an interview with one of the actresses. It's about them making pinball legal again. I didn't even know it was ever illegal, but you've got a pretty fascinating collection of pinball machines you got to see, didn't you?
Yes, and our expert for this particular episode is the man that the movie is made about.
That's
awesome. He offers so much wisdom and expertise, and he was a fascinating man to me.
And that film is out right now in theaters, and then you'll be able to see that episode, Meet John Peterson, Pinball Machines, and that is coming up Sunday, April 23rd on Collectors Call, which is really, really cool. And do you have people requesting specific things? Do you ever have people saying, hey, find somebody with a collection of this, or how does that work?
Yeah, we do. We really do have such a wonderful kind of little community on social media, and many of them will just kind of suggest items for collections, or let people know that they know somebody that has this collection. So again, it brings people together. Is
there something specifically that you guys would like to find that maybe you haven't found yet, that maybe we go, oh, hey, we're looking for somebody with a collection of this, and there's somebody listening going, oh, hey, I know that guy?
Well, I don't know about that, but personally, I have run across a couple of collectors who have the Eastland School for Girls pennant from Facts of Life, and there's only maybe two or three, and I've met a couple of them. So I'm looking for somebody that has one of those that would like to give an even more special home to.
That would be really, really cool. And let's talk about that, because before this program, you've been on TV for a long time. It started with Mouseketeers, right?
Right. In the 70s, I was on the New Mickey Mouse Club. Not the one with Annette Funicello in the 50s, and not the one with Christina Aguilera and Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears from the 90s, but we were Mickey Mouse Club in the 70s.
And then the Facts of Life, and then so many other amazing fun things since then. And I love this new program that you've been doing the last 4 years. This has got to be a fun program to do.
You know what? It is so much fun. I had a great time on Mickey Mouse Club, of course. Getting to film at Disneyland and such. And Facts of Life were great friends. But I have to say, I've got to put Collectors Call right up there with just having a great time.
And you can tell that you guys have a lot of fun doing the program as well. For folks that would like to see Collectors Call, when can they catch the next episode?
This Sunday night at 6:30 Eastern on MeTV.
Again, our guest today has been Lisa Whelchel, and I'll throw a link to all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back, or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The inventor of Vaseline, Robert Cheeseborough, ate a spoonful of the stuff every single day.
Didn't we just talk about somebody else who was eating a spoonful?
My grandmother. Yeah, we were talking about that because I don't know how it came up, but somehow, because then I said, and I remember she put butter on a burn. I'm like, I think she's confused. She should be eating the butter, putting Vaseline on the burn. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cookie Monster originally had pointy teeth. How weird would that be?
Yikes, that would have been terrifying.
Yeah, that's probably why they quit doing that. They yanked them all out. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Putting your phone in airplane mode will stop ads while playing games. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
Never thought of that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The most expensive internet domain ever sold was cars.com. Guess how much it sold for?
How much?
$872.3 million.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I wonder what's on that website.
Holy cow.
Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! Brought to you by Mintervention.com. Heidi, got a question for you. We do this 20% more on weekends than we do on work days. What is it?
Watch movies.
No. Smile. People smile 20% more on weekends than they do on work days. What if you work on weekends? Does that count? All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Science has finally answered the all-important question, Heidi, of whether beer tastes better from a can or from a bottle.
Okay.
And the answer is, what do you think?
I'm going to say bottle.
The answer is, well, it depends. The flavor of beer starts to change as soon as it's packaged and stored. Reactions break down flavor compounds and form others, which contributes to the aging or stale beer taste people get when they open a drink. Now, researchers at the Colorado State University found that amber ale is fresher when drunk out of a bottle, and the flavor of an India Pale Ale, an IPA, does not change when it's consumed out of a can. So they're going to depends on which kind of beer. So
Okay.
I think they did this at Colorado State University so they could get class credit for drinking beer. You know that's what was going on. Like, hey, we got to do a study of some kind. Or like, how about beer? Okay. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I have the top 5 most stressful careers.
Oh.
Top 5 most stressful careers. Number 1 on the list is surgeon.
Yep. I was just going to say, I actually was going to say, I bet it's surgeon.
Yeah, number 1
I
is
can't even
surgeon.
imagine having somebody's life in
Number
your
2,
hands.
police officer.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so surgeon is number 1. Number 2 is police officer.
Yeah.
Number 3, firefighter. Number 4, social worker. And number 5, paramedic.
Yeah, I would agree
So
with
those
all
are
of
the
that.
top 5, according to expert websites, apparently. The top 5 most stressful careers. Surgeon, police officer. Number 3, firefighter. Number 4, social worker. Number 5, paramedic. And I guarantee you, members of the military are going, really? What about us? We get to do all of those things in one day.
Yeah.
But those were the
Yep.
top 5 most stressful careers. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Peter Cook. Peter says, I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm sure I can repeat them exactly. You ever do that?
I like that.
I do. I like it too. But I've also done that where I've done something wrong, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to start over. I'm going to do this right this time. And then you end up in the same place. You're like, what did I just did that again. I did that cutting some tile. I cut the tile, and then I remeasured. I was like, I'm off by 1/4 of an inch. Then I cut the tile again, and I was off again by 1/4 of an inch. Like, clearly, I did something wrong. All right, quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's the headline, Heidi. This angel came out of nowhere. Passerby saves grandma from burning home.
Oh, wow.
What a cool story. This happens in Oregon, and a gentleman there is being hailed as a hero for saving a grandmother from a burning home. Kai Brown was inside his house on the night of February 26 when he spotted a flickering orange glow. He called 911 and warned his grandmother, Jenny Brown, to get out of the house. Says, I got to the top of the stairs and I tried to breathe, but it really hurt bad. I tried to help her down the stairs, but she ended up falling. Jenny was unable to get back up. That's when a passerby, Ronnie Cullum, happened to see the smoke and ran into the burning home. Cullum carried the injured grandmother to the door when arriving firefighters then helped carry her away.
Wow.
It says Cullum said that Jenny had black all over her face from the smoke and the upper level of the home was completely black and dark. This angel came out of nowhere and just swooped me up, she said, and I was out the door just like that. How amazing is that?
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I can't even imagine being in that situation. But here's the thing. There are people who do this kind of thing all the time. They're heroes that go above and beyond. And I love that this man is being, saluted for what he did. And if you see something like that, what would you do?
I would like to think I'd go in.
I would like to think that as well. I would certainly do something to help.
For sure.
But boy, I hope that I would do the right thing. But again, this person didn't even have to think twice. They just did the right thing. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. You can see this story if you'd like. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.